and saying, oh, we aren't going to play, we're never going to do NBC events again and stuff like that, because no one's going to be able to stand up to that. Not only, it hurts to disconnect and lose the game like that, even if it was really over and you knew it, it still hurts to have that happen. Then on top of that, all this drama going on, Flash's mind just went to putty, and he ended up losing the fourth game. Horrible game. Anyone could have played a better game than that. It was just bad. It was not well thought out. It was like, well, here we are again an hour later. I'm stressed out. I'm not happy. And it really ruined the series, pretty much delegitimized the entire finals. I don't even feel like Jaedong is an MSL champion right now from this. Obviously he deserves it. Flash may deserve it as well. But NBC really dropped the ball there. It's too bad that happened. But, Game 2 was one of the best TVZs ever played. I don't know if everyone else noticed this, but I'm going to go ahead and show you why, so take a look here.
Alright, so what we've seen so far in this game is Jaedong has quickly gotten drops, taken a couple islands near his base, and played a very defensive game while harassing with his mutas. It's quite clear that he was going to skip lurkers for most of the game, and definitely just tech right up to Hive. And Flash, he kind of figured out exactly what was going on when SK Terran. Of course, you do not want to make any siege tanks against someone who's not going to make lurkers. So anyways, let me show you why this game is absolutely beautiful and one of the best TVZs I have ever seen. Now, we see right where it's paused, the mutas are right there. The Marine medic is all right up in this area, right, if you look at the mini-map, near the natural of Jaedong, but he has a lot of sunken colonies there. And here are his mutas. We know right now that the Greater Spire is morphing. He's already got, 4 gas going. So let's take a quick look and see why this is so great. Now, see this? He has 2 starports right there and a science facility. Both starports have add-ons. Now, the mutas are going to come in here and see, there we go. He sees the science facility, he sees 2 add-ons. Now, this is one of the most important parts of the entire game. Seeing those, it's like, alright, you got 2 add-ons, you got a science facility, I'm kind of rushing to Guardians. You're going to be going Vessels. I have good timing here to, get some Guardians out before, basically, you have Irradiate to stop me. So here he goes with these mutas. And you see that the Greater Spire is done, the Ultra's Cavern go up, and he's morphing every single muta into a Guardian right now. Now, this is huge, because if Flash does not have those 2 add-ons, and his starports are blinking, then he does not morph all of his mutas into Guardians. He keeps a few mutas to defend against the Wraiths. But he had both add-ons, and Jaedong is thinking to himself, okay, he is going science vessels, but in fact, Flash opens up with 2 Wraiths. So this was a gigantic, gigantic game changer. Now watch this. The Guardian attack is going to completely fail. If he did not have Wraiths, if those were in fact 2 science vessels there, this attack would do a gigantic amount of damage. But as is, these Wraiths are just going to pick off the Guardians so fast, and the Guardians are just basically not going to do any damage. It's just so huge that he had those add-ons when Jaedong went in there. Jaedong played brilliantly this game. It's just superb, amazing play. And Flash, amazing, superb play as well. And now notice Science Vessels right there. You saw at the bottom of the screen. There you go. See, he has made science vessels at this point. Now, despite losing these Guardians, Jaedong has a very small weakness area right now. Almost no weaknesses, in fact. He's got 2 islands up. He's got plenty of sunkens. He cannot be penetrated by land through this Marine Medic Force. And so, really, there is one way. See, now look at this, 2 dropship. There is one way for Flash to deal damage right now, and that is through dropships. Now, the 2 dropships he has, this is a huge part. Obviously, Jaedong is going to have to block everything with Scourge while he gets his Ultras up. He has Nidus Canals. He's going to be able to defend everything, just as long as he has the Scourge in place. Now, look at this. The 2 science vessels popped out at just the right time, and watch this. There's his Scourge. He knows that drops are probably coming, but look at this. Defense Matrix. He did not want to use Irradiate at all. He saved them for Defense Matrix so that he could actually get the drops off. There he goes. One of them ends up living. And this is what wins Flash the game. This is just an astounding move. Flash basically played this game perfectly. Just amazing play throughout the entire game, and Jaedong played it almost exactly perfectly as well. Just, Flash made those 2 wraiths, and then Flash got the couple D matrices on those dropships. And look at this. This is right before Jaedong gets the right amount of units so that he can actually slaughter off any drops. It was such a close, razor-thin timing. Just an absolutely astounding game. A total pleasure to watch. I suggest anyone and everyone rewatches it. Beautiful Terran vs. Zerg, played at the exact highest level that I have ever seen.
Alright, so I really just cannot stress enough how important that was, that he made 2 wraiths, then 2 vessels, then 2 dropships. For instance, if he had made 4 wraiths, he then would have been late on the dropships, and Jaedong would have had enough units to pretty much stop any attack that Flash did. So this was just the most ridiculously tight, amazing game. You don't see TVZs of this level ever. It was really astounding. A total pleasure to watch. Alright, so that's about all I want to say about the MSLOL. And what else do we have to say about Korea? Well, Winners League is back. Watch it. It's awesome. It is so much better than regular Pro League. It lets heroes be born. This is kind of a proving grounds for the very best players. Totally fun, totally great. Winner stays elimination format. I love Winners League. I think everyone does. And one last little piece of news. The Air Force Ace Team 13-match losing streak. Ouch. If they lose one more, they're going to be tied for the all-time losing streak with Eastro and STX at 14. I think they can do it. Alright, well, I think that is just about it for the weekly news. Coming up soon, I have another match that will be going up. Gosi Terran against Eastro again. I'm going to be having a lot of young and upcoming players, as well as some of the older, really well-established players playing against Eastro members. For some show matches for you guys and some tryouts as well. This match, I filmed it today. I'm going to put it up as soon as possible. Must see. It is a Terran vs. Protoss match between Gosi Terran and Grape, the player that you saw Rhett actually defeat before coming over to Korea in a Zerg vs. Protoss match. Grape has gotten a lot better. Gosi Terran is good. So you're definitely going to want to watch that series. I guarantee you on that. Also, I have Rhett's final interview in Korea. I'll get that up when I get a chance. Yeah, he just went home like 12 hours ago or so from when I filmed this. And so, yeah, that is just about it. Thank you for watching the weekly news, and see you later.
Hey, this is Artosis, and I'd like to thank you first off for watching the weekly news this week. And I'm basically going to show you how you can go right ahead and, put in your 2 cents, ask questions that you may want, and stuff like that. So basically, you go to Twitter and go ahead and say something like, hey, at Artosis, who has some real potential that we don't hear about in the scene right now? If you kind of want to know who's good or who's being looked at a lot right now by the higher-ups. Or maybe you want to put, hey, at Artosis, I just can't seem to make Mechanic vs. Zerg work on Python. Help? Well, if you need some certain tips or whatever, go for it. And how about some tips to make the show better? You want to see more or less or something? Put more SC2 coverage into the news plix plox. Yeah, won't necessarily use everything, but you can also throw out some other opinions and whatnot. Maybe you're dumb and you want to type something like, Vitality is a more skilled pro gamer than Jaedong. I would love for someone to be stupid enough to type me that. Or maybe you need advice on life. I think Leda is a top 5 Terran in the world. Is something wrong with me? Well, it is, and maybe if people want me to explain these type of things to them, go ahead. But anyways, just go ahead, Send me out some little tweets like that. I will read all of them every week.